And welcome to Baynard Stadium, everybody, for the 302sports.com Spotlight Game of the Week. St. Mark's and DMA. St. Mark's driving on their first possession of the game. A few technical difficulties kept us off the air. We have 9:30 to go in the first quarter. Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Pat Garianis, Nick Halliday, Len Evans, the 302 Sports Crew. Happy to be here at Baynard Stadium. Jason, another beautiful night for football, and this should be a good one.
Yeah, it's our 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week, and we're in for a good one. 5-1 DMA versus 5-1 St. Mark's. Like you said, Mike, St. Mark's is on move since taking that opening kickoff.
They are facing a 3rd and 5 from the DMA 32-yard line. They've run it so far. Jelani Bryant and Matt Doherty doing most of the work. Bryant under center on the 3rd and 5. He drops back. Hands off to number 21, Andrew Watkins. Watkins goes wide around the lean. He gets inside the 10-yard line. Andrew Watkins, first down for the Spartans. It's 1st and goal. Let's see where they spent. A flag goes flying. Let's see what the penalty's all about.
And Mike Watkins is having a great year for the Spartans of St. Mark's.
He had 3 touchdowns last weekend against Howard. We'll see what the penalty calls. Referees getting together over there to decide what the call is. So that's Watkins' first carry of the night. It had been Matt Doherty and Jelani Bryant up until that point, along with a DMA offside penalty. And here comes the referee over, and it is a looks like an unsportsmanlike call on DMA. And that's going to give St. Mark's 1st and goal. And they are on, looks like, around the 4-yard line of the Seahawks. Both teams 5-1. Jason, St. Mark's only lost to Caravel. And Hodgson beat DMA, so a Division I loss for the Seahawks. They get a point out of that. Here's a handoff to Watkins. He spins and down to the 1. No, it's a touchdown. St. Mark's scores. 9:17 to go in the first quarter. The Spartans lead 6-0. Andrew Watkins takes it in from 4 for the Spartans.
His 12th touchdown of the year, Mike.
Having a great year. Like you mentioned, Watkins is just a sophomore, 5'7", 170. He also plays on defense. So quick hitting drive for the Spartans, and they're going to need to put some points up because the DMA can score. And St. Mark's has also scored plenty of points this year. Number 16 kick, Sebastian Salazar. Salazar's kick is blocked, and it is 6-0. Jason, it's worth mentioning that the regular place kicker for St. Mark's, Eric Ludman, is still out injured with a broken wrist.
But let's give Salazar credit. He was 5 for 7 coming into this game, so you have to make do with what you have, Mike.
Yeah.
And the Spartans have done that. He's been a great kicker for him. There, unfortunately, it was blocked, not his fault, but the line got in there.
So Andrew Watkins with a 4-yard touchdown run.
His 12th TD of the season, Mike. He came into the game averaging 7 yards per carry and has 690 yards rushing. Only a sophomore, too, Mike. Dangerous weapon for the Spartans of St. Mark's.
So they'll have to hope that Miss PAT doesn't come back to hurt them later tonight. It was a very warm afternoon. It's getting a little cooler here at Baynard Stadium, but just a beautiful late October night. Anytime we get a night like this in October for high school football, I'll take it.
Yes.
So this is the only game on the schedule, I believe, tonight. And here's Salazar kicking it from the 40. And it is a kind of a squib kick to number 2, Josiah Hansen. Hansen brings it back out to the 46-yard line, and that's where the Seahawks will start.
Yeah, interesting call there, Mike. You script kick and give DMA good field position at the 46.
I'm not sure that's exactly what he wanted to do. I think maybe he was supposed to either get it over that man's head or on the ground. You don't want to kick a line drive right to him, and
right.
That's what happened. So the Seahawks will take possession at the 46.
And, Mike, who's the Seahawks' main weapon?
Well, that would be that number 1, Karan Aline, the running back.
He's
not a big guy. 5'9", 165, but boy, can he move. He scored a ton of touchdowns this year.
He's so elusive.
Yeah, he's one of the faster guys you'll see. And there is Karan Aline, and they got him wrapped up around the 48. That's a good job by the St. Mark's defense.
Yeah, and still not a bad run. You get 3 yards on the first down, 2 yards on the first down carry. You set up 2nd and 8, but like you said, Mike, that's what St. Mark's is going to have to do. They're going to have to gang tackle him. And DMA is big up front. We know from our 302 show, Sports Weekly show, that they are big up front. And I said that St. Mark's is going to have to control the line of scrimmage if they're going to want a victory in this one.
Quarterback is Amateus Fitzgerald, the senior, and he rolls around the left side. And nice tackle over there. That looks like number 5, Ian Noonan, with that tackle.
Yeah, what a play there by Noonan. Mike Fitzgerald rolled out, had a good running lane there, and Noonan closed it in a hurry.
Brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Seahawks. St. Mark's trying to hold after taking that 6-0 lead. We have 8:17 to go in the first quarter. Nice crowd on hand here at Baynard Stadium, hosting another game this weekend. Chris Lazian and William Penn were here last night. Few places get the kind of action that Baynard Stadium gets. Here's Fitzgerald, hands off to Aline. He slips and he's down. He's losing a yard on that play, and it's going to be 4th and 8.
Yeah, so in high school, once you slip and fall down, play dead.
Ron Aline going like a counter play, almost right to left, or left to right rather, and just lost his footing. Down he goes on his backside, and that kills the play. It is 4th and 8. St. Mark's drops back number 5, Ian Noonan. And I can't see who the other one is.
And Noonan had that great defensive play there on 2nd down, Mike. So
I believe that's Blake Sanders, number 14, also back there with him. So the punt by number 2, Josiah Hansen.
Good hang time.
It's going to go to Blake Sanders. He fumbles, picked up by number 23, Zion Glover. So St. Mark's fortunate not to lose that ball.
Yeah, Mike. And
Sanders is in the right place at the right time.
And it was set up by the high hang time on the punt, man. They make those, when it's that high up in the air, they're dangerous to field. Luckily for St. Mark's, they get the ball back.
That's Zion Glover who's in the right spot at the right time. Blake Sanders loses possession of that one. St. Mark's back at their own 15. They will take over 1st and 10. 7:18 to go in the first quarter on the 302sports.com Spotlight Game of the Week. Jelani Bryant, he's got Doherty and Watkins behind him. He spins and hands off to Watkins, I believe. Gets around the outside where he is wrapped up by number 6, Edwin Maxwell.
Yeah, what a tackle there by Maxwell, because I thought Watkins had a hole there, Mike, and was going to get a big gain out of it. He did get a nice gain on 1st down. Yeah.
He gets 6 on that one. I'm sorry, he got 1.
He got 1, Mike.
He got 1 yard. 2nd and 9 for the Spartans.
He got to the 16.
St. Mark's in the white tops, the green pants with the gold trim. They're going from your right to your left. DMA in the home blues with the white helmets and the pink socks tonight because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They are going left to right. Bryant drops back. Play action. He's going deep. He's got, there's interference, and that's going to be no call.
Yeah, I kind of agree, Mike. That ball was uncatchable. That was 20 yards downfield. I think they just tangled feet. I like that no call there.
I thought it was uncatchable because Ryan Duplessis, the intended receiver, was basically
he tripped. They tangled feet. I agree. I think that's a great no call.
So that's a 3rd and 9 for the Spartans to see if they go back to the air.
Belmonte gets. It's just unfortunate that their feet got tangled there, but I like that no call.
So Bryant sets up in the shotgun. He's 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man back in the backfield with him. He's rolling to his right. He's got a man, he had number 15 open, but he chose to go to the outside. It's incomplete. Intended for Nicholas Musi, it looks like.
Good job by the DMA defense there, Mike. Nice 3 and out.
That wasn't number 4, it was number 41, Cole Ballant.
Yeah, St. Mark's likes to get their tight ends involved.
And that ball's incomplete.
Belmonte has
a 4th and 9.
8 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown this year. And their other tight end has 9 catches for 157 yards.
This is a short kick. The DMA players don't know where it is.
Poison.
Yeah, what are you doing that close to it?
Yeah.
That's going to roll dead at the 47-yard line of St. Mark's, where DMA will take over. 6:12 to go here in the first quarter of the 6-0 game. St. Mark's scores in their first possession of the evening. Jason, both these teams very much in the playoff picture for Division II.
DMA.
Some clarity coming in last night. Howard defeated undefeated AI DuPont.
Who looked like they were on the roll, on the way to being a 1 seed. Now that opens the door for DMA to get up there.
Carabel, I believe, won last night. Another win for the Bucks.
In fact, the playoffs started today. I have these two teams facing each other in the first round.
There's a pass out to number 42, Nicholas Renault. Picks up 2 yards on that one, 2nd and 8. Matt Tynes on the tackle. Matt Tynes is a smart kid. He's, I think, going to Harvard next year.
Yeah, he's got multiple Division I offers from
a lot of
Ivy League school.
Matt is a super kid.
Yeah, I know when we talked to him at the beginning of the year, he hadn't picked the school yet because he was still waiting for a couple more.
I thought he was going to Harvard, but
no,
hey,
not
and
yet.
that's intended for number 3. But it's almost intercepted by Zion Glover. That ball was intended for number 3, Andrew Hudson.
Yeah, good job by the Spartans defense. He was right with them.
I think Glover had the inside track
Yes.
on that ball. He really had better position on that than Hudson had. And that brings up a 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 8 for the Seahawks. 5:34 to go. They're right in front of me on the 45-yard line. Shotgun to Fitzgerald. He hands off to Aline. Aline escapes the tackle, and he may have a first down. It's going to be really close.
Depends on the spot. One official has it. One official looks like it's right there on the line. Like this is going to be might have our first measurement in the game.
They got the 4 on the yard marker, but I think they're going to go for it. It is a 4th and 1.
Yep.
And I'm looking for Karan Aline on this one.
Yeah.
Behind those big bodies they have on that front line.
Mike, it's at the 38. It's 4th and 1. Spartans 38. I like this call.
Well, they're certainly not going to punt here.
Yeah.
There's no point. I think the analytics would show you that going for it is going to give you better results than punting. Now he's going back to pass. Fitzgerald up. He's looking for number 11, Nicholas Hertzfeld. Incomplete, but the flag is down.
Yeah, we're at dirty laundry on that. Like, they might have got him for face guarding.
That's going to be a penalty on Glover, and it's going to be a first down.
15 yards in high school.
So Glover had him covered too well. Pass interference is the call, and that's going to move the ball from the 45 probably to the 30-yard line.
Like I think they got him for probably face guard because he never turned around and looked for that ball.
They are taking it down to the
15 yards from the spot.
I thought it was a 3rd and 8 from the spot. But the spot was the
no, it's a 15 yards from. It was 4th and 1. Like
4th and 1, right? I was one play behind.
Yes.
I'm very behind a lot of times.
So
for its 1st and 10, they are at the 23-yard line.
That's correct because it was they were at the 38. It's a 15-yard penalty.
That's Aline around the left side. He's got some blockers, but St. Mark's is able to push him out of bounds. And the quarterback is actually Joseph Deal, number 7. It is not Amadeus Fitzgerald. So Deal is in a quarterback, and here comes number 11, Nicholas Hertzfeld. So I don't know if something's if he's hurt or what's going on. They just want a different look. Fitzgerald is on the sideline. I see him here. He looks healthy. They just have Deal in a quarterback, so an early quarterback switch for the Seahawks. 4:40 to go. Clock is stopped. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Aline. He's up the middle, and they're not going to get him.
Now, Mike, he's
high, stepping into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks! Karan Aline goes in from 21 yards.
Yeah, Mike, and like you said, he did the Neon Dion high step in there to the end zone.
He's hard to stop. So 4:34 to go. It is tied 6-6.
DMA an extra point away from taking the lead here, Mike. And we mentioned at the beginning of the game that he's the player to watch for DMA. He proved it there.
He's tough to bring down.
Yeah. Like I said, DMA is big up front, so they get some good blocks.
Hudson with the hold. Yeah, let's see who's kicking. That's up, and it looks good. And that is number 33, Matt Drasia, with the extra point. And with 4:34 to go, DMA takes its first lead, 7-6.
Yeah, Mike, and a good answer there for DMA on that drive. Just took it over at the Spartans 48. go 48 yards on that drive. The key play, though, was fourth down.
Yeah.
Fourth and 1. They went for a deep pass and the pass interference call.
Yeah, the drive really could have been over. But Glover, a little aggressive. You like aggression, but he kept picking up a penalty that extends that drive.
Yeah, and like I said, I think they got him basically probably for face guard because I think you were right. He was right with them heading down, but I don't think he ever turned to look for the ball. Tough call, but
Jason, big game in Newark today. University of Delaware with the upset win over Richmond.
Yeah, double overtime.
Danny Rocco's old team.
Double OT win, 42 points for the Blue Hens offense that was struggling coming into this game.
So our pal Benny Pinella, busy down in Newark today. A big win for the Hens. A lot of Delaware products on the Hens, making it a lot of fun to root for them. Here's a kickoff. It's deep. Oh, it's a little reverse here on the kickoff. That is Glover.
Well
He's down at the 21 by number 3, Andrew Hudson, and along number 15, James Hahn.
Well covered, Mike. I like the trickery there by St. Mark's, but the DMA was not fooled by it.
So St. Mark's takes over at their own 21 as they look to bounce back after that Karan Aline touchdown. They are not the first team to get burned by Aline this year. Bryant under center. Got the eye behind him. Hands off to the up back. Not sure who that was. Maybe Matt Doherty, but he didn't get much. He may have gotten a yard.
Well, Mike, I said that DMA is big up front. We had
Who carried that? Did you see? 22?
I think it was Matt Doherty, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But
He disappeared into a lot of blue shirts, so it was.
And they're big up front, and they were big, and they can't. It's gonna be hard to run up the middle against.
So
this
he didn't get a
team.
yard. He actually lost a yard, making it 2nd and 11. Bryant in the shotgun. Noonan in motion. Hand off to Noonan. He's got some room, and he's through. He might go all the way. He's gone unless there's a flag down, but no. And Ian Noonan's going to go 80 yards for a touchdown. St. Mark's, no flag on the play. Around the right end is Ian Noonan. Jason, the wide receiver in motion. He kept going in motion for 80 yards, and it's a touchdown for the Spartans. Makes it 12-7.
I said it might be hard to run up the middle. They have to run to the sides, and that was a great play. Good play call there, Mike.
He had some bodies along the way with him, so any DMA player that had designs on tackling had to get through some big bodies down there, and Ian Noonan showing some speed there. That comes with 3:33 to go in the first quarter, so there would be no shortage of scoring tonight.
After PAT, just try and get the hat.
They are lined up for 2 points. Bryant hands it off to, I believe, Watkins. He's around the left end. He's got a lane, and it's a 2-point conversion for Andrew Watkins, making it 14-7. Spartans. And I believe we are going to go down to the field to our man Pat Garianis, just waiting for the signal here. And Jason, tell me when we're ready.
There they are, Mike and Jason. How you guys doing? Great game out here at Baynard Stadium. Beautiful night. DMA taking on St. Mark's. Got ourselves a barn burner here early, 14-6 your score. As far as weather conditions go, we got blazing winds. As you can see, the grass tumbling to the ground. Gale force winds out here. Let's see if it plays a factor as the game goes on. Obviously, I'm just joking. But now, good matchup here. A little bit of history here. They played the past 6 seasons. St. Mark's dominated the first 4 big-time blowout victories. DMA's kind of taken hold of this series, though, the last 2, scoring over 45 points in both of those games. I believe 49-21 2 seasons ago. Last year was a better game, 45-35. Coach Ryan talked about it Wednesday night on the 302 Sports Weekly. Last year's game was one to be at. So far in this one, 14-7. Looks like it's going to be another one. We're going to send it right back up to you guys. Hopefully this thing continues.
All right, Pat, and there's the kickoff right in front of our man, Pat G. Rolled on by number 2, Josiah Hansen, so it'll be a first down for the Seahawks. at the 30. Jason, that's a live ball in the kickoff, so you can't sit there and wait for it to possibly roll out of bounds.
No, we saw that last night too, Mike, at the Sally's game. They had to dive on the ball. Good job there by DMA getting on that ball, and thanks to Pat Garianos for that sideline report.
Is it Gale Force Winds out there? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Reminds me, if it did, it would have happened like that soccer state championship game last year. 70 degrees in the day and
35? No, it was a little warmer than that, but it was windy.
Yes.
So that is Fitzgerald back into quarterback, hands off to Aline. He bounces off a tackle, goes around the left side, bounces, escapes another tackle. And that is he's brought out of bounds by Matt Tynes, who goes up high, but no flag on the play. First down for Karan Aline. Escapes 2 tacklers on that play.
Yeah, Mike, we said he's difficult to bring down. You're going to have to tackle him low to get him down. And he just, nice run there, Mike. And so far it's been an offensive game in this one.
Yeah, that was number 1 on number 1 violence with Tynes on Aline. We got 2 receivers to the right, Hudson and Hanson. Can't wait for me to mess up those names. Back to Aline. He's up the middle. He's bouncing off some tacklers, but St. Mark's has too many bodies in the white shirts. Brings him down this time. It's going to be second down. He does pick up about 5.
Yeah, Mike. But like you said, he was doing a good job of second effort on that one. Picks up, like you said, nice 5-yard gain there.
Call 4.5, 5. We'll make it second and
5.
Second 5. We'll call it second and 5.
From the 45.
We'll call it a long 5 or short 6. Aline.
2:52 left here in the first quarter.
Fitzgerald, 2 running backs in the. One's a quarterback. Is Fitzgerald. He's back there with Aline. Kind of a counter play there up the middle, and he's free. Matt Tynes chasing him down. Oh, a skip move by Aline, and he's brought down inside the 10. Another great play by Karan Aline as he goes about 50 yards on that one. 45, 50 yards. And it's a first and goal on the 7 for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Mike, he is fast. And what a move. And then a good thing.
I'd say it was about, Jason, it looked like about 45, 50 yards.
Well, they started at their 45, and they went down to about the 7. So that's
45, about 48 yards on that play.
52. Timeout St. Mark's, Mike.
So the first time out of that, he's trying to get his guys a rest and chasing Karan Aline up and down the field. So some big running plays so far tonight. A big penalty that helped DMA in their scoring possession.
Yeah, it's a lot of big plays, though. This drive, they started deep in their own territory and a couple big lean runs.
So it looks like DMA coach Mike Ryan is out there with his team. St. Mark's is coached by John Wilson. He's been there since 2005, I believe, as the head coach.
Both very good coaches. It's not a better matchup we could have this week for our 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week between these two teams. DMA ranked 2nd, St. Mark's 5. So, battle 2 top 5 teams in Division 2. Yeah.
St. Mark's is a tough schedule. Both teams a tough schedule. St. Mark's is at Woodbridge, I believe, next week.
They are, Mike, and then after that, St. Elizabeth's and then Sally's.
That's why we don't.
So we are about ready to go. First and goal on the 7. Aline deep behind Fitzgerald, who's back in at quarterback. And he gets it to number 28. He goes down inside the 5 to about the 3. And that is Joseph Gaddy, sophomore. So they shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, a nice strong run by him, Mike. We're saying DMA getting a lot of second effort, yards after contact. And he bounces to the 2-yard line.
Second and goal.
That's why those guys didn't want to do it last week.
So we see Gaddy and Aline in the backfield with Fitzgerald, and there's a whistle, and I believe is a timeout for the Seahawks. It is a DMA timeout.
So they both had 2 timeouts, both used 1 timeout here, so they both had 2 left.
Jason, it is Saturday. Of course, that means high school football. On the scoreboard today, Tower Hill defeats St. Andrews 34-3. Conrad over McCain 33-8. Conrad 6-1. Archmere
Tower
came
Hills.
back late.
Tower Hills also 6-1, Mike.
Archmere needed a comeback to beat St. Elizabeth today, 21-14 up in Claymont. Hodgson keeps rolling a
Tower Hill would be the 2 seed if the tournament started this week.
56-0 Hodgson over Delcastle. Glasgow 8, Mount Pleasant 3, so a tough one for Glasgow, but they get the win up in Penny Hill.
And then the Concord beat St. George's Tech today.
That is not on this list. And then Laurel 17, Indian River 0, and Concord did beat St. George's.
Thanks to Phil for the Concord St. George's score. He was at the game today. And Mike, a big second and goal here for DMA.
So Glasgow, that would have been a bad loss for Glasgow if they had, and Mount Pleasant.
Glasgow's going to need some wins to get in.
Here's a snap to Aline. He takes it in, a direct snap, and that's a touchdown. Karan Aline from 3, and DMA is back within 1. It is 14-13. We have a minute 43 to go here in the first quarter, and it's already 14-13.
And I think we have a bunch of plays for our top 10 plays next week for next week's show.
It's a little Wildcat snap there to Aline. He's coming to the sideline, take a brief breather. He plays both ways. So if you can get him on the bench, get him a drink, and have him maybe sit down for the kickoff, he gets a little rest. He doesn't look too winded.
No. He scores a lot out of that Wildcat formation. It's a good formation, especially for a team a kid as talented as him.
Kick is up. It is good. And we're all tied, 14-14 on the 302sports.com Spotlight Game of the Week. A good one so far here at Baynard Stadium. Glad you could join us.
Good pick by Nick Holliday for this game of the week here. Another good game.
Yeah, the man knows what he's doing. Obviously. He hired me.
We do it every week, Mike. We have a Spotlight Game, and every week it's been a good game coming down to the last possessions of the game.
Started with Middletown Smyrna in week 1.
Yep, and then we had Woodbridge Friends.
And William Penn was in there, right?
William Penn Middletown. Last week was Slasiana Middletown. Speaking of Middletown, great win for the Cavaliers last night up at Upper Darby. 26-14 win for the Cavs as they remain undefeated.
Yeah, I think they have Newark next Friday night back at Cavalier Stadium.
12:90 game.
So we'll be seen here on 302 Sports.
With John Busby and Marty Sheehan.
Yeah. Next Friday. I don't know what I'm doing next Friday. I have to take a look at the schedule. I might be doing some volleyball. Let's see.
Also the Turkey Bowls next Friday night.
Don't say turkey. I'm hungry.
Bunch of all weekend field hockey at Delaware Stadium.
So here's Ian Noonan up the left side. He's got a hole. Noonan with a nice run back to the 37-yard line. The Spartans will take over there. 1st and 10, 1:36 to go in the first.
Yeah, I think Noonan's trying to get the athlete of the week this week. He's had a good game so far, and so has Aline.
Aline, a previous, I believe, 302 athlete of the week.
Yes, he was.
And a guest on the 302 Sports Weekly every Wednesday at 7 from Hooters of Newark. Set that plug in there. Aline was on a couple weeks ago. DMA back on this past Wednesday night.
Coach Ryan's been on twice.
Jelani Bryan hands off to Watkins. He picks up about 6, and he's tackled by a pack of Seahawks, making 2nd and 4-ish for the Spartans.
Both teams have their ground game going in this one, Mike. It might be who has the ball last in this one.
We're going to call it a 5-yard game, make it 2nd and 5. Andrew Watkins, 5 tough yards on that play, and the handoff from Jelani Bryan. Watkins back in the backfield.
He's only a sophomore. That's amazing.
2 runners in the backfield, Daugherty and Watkins. Bryan hands off to Watkins. He's looking for a hole. He's got a blocker in front of him. That's number 55. Tyler Shields throwing the block for the Spartans, and that's a 1st down, Spartans.
Yeah, nice. Good balance running here by the Spartans.
Clock currently stopped with 58 seconds to go. There's the referee signal. They wind it, and under a minute to go in the first quarter. Very entertaining 12 minutes of football so far. The same 2 runners in the eye behind Jelani Bryan. He's got a receiver split right. He's a give to Watkins. He's looking on the right side for some room. Wow, Jason, I thought he was down. He was hit by number 44 of DMA. That would be Dominic Petrucci had him, but Watkins escapes the tackle and gets Andrew Watkins escapes the tackle, picks up, we'll give him 3 yards on that. 2nd and 7. We're running down 14 seconds left in the half. They don't look in any particular hurry, so I don't know. Well, they might get a playoff. 8-7. We're getting close to the end here. 3, 2, 1. And that is it. That will not count. End of the first quarter. We're tied at 14. I think we're getting ready to go back down to the field to our man, Pat Garrianis. Pat, take it away.
The 14 end of the first quarter is looking pretty good out here. Really, really playing hard. A lot of exciting plays. This season, it's been pretty good for St. Mark's. They've bounced back after a couple years of struggling since they moved to D2. 5-1 on the season. Quarterback, Jelani Bryant, 37-66 passing, although you haven't seen much passing tonight. 473 yards and 4 touchdowns. What you've seen tonight, though, is the steady dose, number 21, Andrew Watkins. He's got 690 yards coming into today. That's 7 yards per carry and 11 touchdowns. He's really getting the job done. As far as in the passing game, if they do get this thing going, you got to watch out for Cole Ballant and Victor Marcello. 8 catches, 9 catches, respectively. Over 100 yards and a touchdown for both of those guys. It'll be interesting to see if they get them in the mix as this game goes on. But the Spartans having a really good bounce-back season, and it's exciting to see. It's good for the state. Back up to you guys.
All right, Pat. Thanks a lot. So, Pat Garrianis bringing the heat and the info. State champion Pat Garrianis, 2010 St. Elizabeth's Vikings, winning that Division II title down at Delaware State University. St. Mark's, that was, by the way, the same night St. Mark's won. There was a night before or after the Division I title that year for the Spartans, their last title, 2010. This is Noonan. Oh, he's wrapped up. That is number 42. Nicholas Renault with the tackles.
Yeah, great play by him. Mike Noonan had that right side open for a little bit, but great tackle there.
His hands were like glue. He got hold of that uniform and didn't let go. Make it third and 8 for St. Mark's from midfield. St. Mark's in the white, now going left to right. So we might see a play action pass here. Bryant hands off to number 23. It's fumbled. That's Zion Glover. DMA is saying they have it. We're waiting for the official call. Clock is stopped, and it is Seahawks football on the fumble recovery.
And Mike, when you have 2 top 5 teams, sometimes it comes down to the battle of turnovers. There, St. Mark's turns the ball over. Let's see if the Seahawks can capitalize on it.
Second fumble tonight. They fumbled a punt return as well. They recovered that one. Not so fortunate this time. And the Seahawks take over right at midfield, 1st and 10. And I think you can expect to see Karan Aline.
He's already got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, Mike.
So Amadeus Fitzgerald back in, that quarterback. Aline is actually splitting wide right this time.
Watch
Fitzgerald in the shotgun.
See what if they try and hit him on the pass play.
Yeah, maybe Aline, they're going for him down the right side. He's well covered, and it's almost picked off. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good job. Double coverage him, Mike. I think they thought the same thing we did when we saw him split out wide, that they were probably going to try and hit him deep with the pass play. And he's so fast, you could hit him on that go route.
Yeah, they didn't surprise anybody on that one, and they're not going to surprise anybody with Lean. I mean, if Steph Curry's in your lineup, you know he's shooting 3-pointers, you know?
Yes. That's, like I said, double coverage.
This time it's Hudson wide right. Aline back in the backfield with Fitzgerald in the shotgun. And the handoff to Aline up the middle. It bounces off 2 people, but St. Mark's able to hold him to about a 2-yard gain. Make it 3rd down and about 8.
Yeah, key 3rd down, Mike, after the turnover here. You get the Spartans defense doing a good job forcing it 3rd and 8. I want to thank DMA for letting us come out and doing the game tonight. Like we said, it's our 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week. We couldn't ask for a better game so far. Mike Lang, along with Jason Winchell, Pat Garrianis, Nick Holliday, Leonard Evans.
Dearly departed.
Yeah.
But Len did stop by, make sure we had. Pops is here. Fitzgerald back to pass. He's looking right. Actually turns around, goes left, and no receiver looking. He threw it in Olean's direction. Olean was not ready, not looking, and that ball bounces to the turf. And there's a little discord there between the quarterback and receiver, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As they're having a discussion on the sidelines about.
And
what
Mike,
went
it
wrong.
was a well set up screen. They had tons of blockers out there. I think that one could have went to the house. Like you said, a little miscommunication. The Spartans do their job. They get off the field. Their defense bails out the offense and forces a punt.
Noonan back with Blake Sanders for the punt. I believe this is. I believe that's punting. Number 7 on the punt. That's punted sideways a little bit. Yeah, not bad. By number 7, Joseph Deal with the punt. It goes out of bounds around the 33-yard line of St. Mark's. They'll take over. 1st and 10. 10:09 to go in the first half.
Yeah, so if you're a Spartans offense, you gotta get back on the field here, put that fumble behind you, and get that ground game going that you've had been so successful here in the first half.
You know, Coach Wilson and
Yeah.
his assistants are telling you, you got to hang on to that ball.
Yes. Especially it didn't cost them here. That turnover didn't cost them here, but in a key game like this, 1-2 turnovers is going to be the difference in the game.
Here's a play-action pass. Bryant looking for number 41, but too much on that one. That was intended for
I think
Cole Ballant.
Yes.
And just had a little too much on that pass. He was open.
Yes.
Had a couple steps on his defender, but it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's a good play call there, Mike. They've had success running the ball, so they went with that play-action pass. Like you said, they had a receiver open. Just a little overthrown, but not a bad play. It brings up 2nd and 10.
This time, Bryant hands off to, I believe that is Watkins, pulling his way up. Picks up around 7 or 8 on that 2nd and 10, setting up a 3rd and about 3
And you
for
described
St.
it.
Mark's.
You described that perfectly, Mike. He was bullying his way for those extra yards. Good job by him.
Cole Ballant comes back in, number 41. He wasn't. He coming from this side. There's a flag on the field,
Yeah.
and it's going against St. Mark's. A holding call. That's a spot foul.
Yes.
So that 8-yard carry is going to come back and more. And instead of 3rd and 3, they've got about 2nd and about 22.
Yeah. That's the thing. And with it being a spot foul, Mike, it was holding penalties or drive stoppers.
So they were on the 26-yard line. St. Mark's on their own 26. 2nd and about 22. They have Ballant split wide right. I don't know who's over on the left. They got a receiver on the left. 2 runners in the backfield. Actually, Bryant is one of them. He's the quarterback. There's a man in motion. That's Noonan. He's looking for Ballant. Escapes the sack. Oh, shovel pass. That's going to pick up some yards. That was the last option on that play.
Yeah.
And it picked up about 12 yards.
And well advised by him and shuffled it out there, Mike, and makes it up to a 3rd and manageable. Good job by him. Good pressure there by DMA. They were not fooled by the screen, and then they almost got Bryant for the sack. But he does a good job of shoveling it out there for the 10-yard pickup.
Call it 3rd and about 13. So about a 9-yard gain. I think maybe I just moved the sticks back. About a 10-yard gain on that one. About 3rd and 12 here. Bryant is sent down on the sack, a blitz. Number 99, Kelvin Wohler, just blasts through the line and picks up the sack, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah, no chance on that one. Like, he was in the backfield before the quarterback was in the backfield. He flew in there. Good defense there by the Seahawks, Mike. And I said those penalties can be drive stoppers, and it stopped the Spartans' drive.
Wohler listed at 6 feet tall, 189. He just bulldozed his way through that line. And the Spartans are punting it to the shank, unfortunately. It does bounce across the 40 and rolls out of bounds around the 42. So only about a 10-yard pickup on that punt. DMA takes over in great field position there at St. Mark's 42. We have 7:49 to go in the first half. We're tied at 14.
Yeah. Like you said, Mike, unfortunate punt there. It looked like it got it off the side of his foot. Did get a nice bounce out of it.
So they're going to spot it at the 44-yard line of St. Mark's.
DMA's got some good field position in this game so far tonight. See if they take advantage of this.
Here they come, a lean into the backfield, and Joe Deal back at quarterback. So they're switching back and forth between Fitzgerald and Joe Deal. Deal in the shotgun. He's got Hanson in motion. Handed off to Aline. Up the middle. Escapes a few tacklers and a group of Spartans, including Ian Noonan and Matt Tynes in there on the tackle. Also number 43. He's the principal tackler on that one. That is Matthew McGurk, senior.
Yeah, we said that Aline's a slippery runner. He was slipping and sliding in that pile for a few extra yards.
Picked up 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 from the 39-yard line.
If you're Coach Ryan, you'll take 6 yards per carry.
Hand off to Aline. Up the middle. He is wrapped up, and this time St. Mark's has managed to hold him. And if you hold him to 2 or 3 yards, you've done a great job.
Yep.
It's going to be 3rd and about a yard and a half from the 35-yard line.
Mike, here's what I'm thinking on this play call. 3rd and a yard and a half, you're in 4-down territory. Maybe fake the run and throw it down the field here and try and get a big play out of it.
They've thrown a few passes tonight.
Yes.
Hanson
But
goes left, Hudson to the right.
But when you have one in the backfield, the easy call is just to give it to him.
Turns around, hands it to Aline. Across the 35 to the 30. He's down at the 30-yard line. 1st down, Seahawks. 6.5 to go, 2nd quarter. On a perfect football evening in Wilmington.
It's hard to believe the calendar says October 21st here, and it's been a nice weather weekend here.
I'm okay with this.
Yes.
Nobody wants to go out and freeze on these nights. 1st and 10, St. Mark's 30. Guess who in the backfield? Aline with Deal. Deal in the shotgun. Takes the snap, turns around and hands it to Aline off the right tackle. He's got a hole, but a nice tackle there by number 3. Carter Benham got him.
Mike, I think that's a fumble on the play, and I think
While the whistle had not blown. St. Mark's football.
Yep.
So a late fumble apparently by Karan Aline, and it's picked up by the Spartans, and there's turnovers again.
Mike, and here
and we have a discussion going on now.
It looked like he was down from up here.
It is St. Mark's football. Yeah. So the referee, the man in the white hat, said St. Mark's football, and there was no, I didn't hear a whistle.
No, I didn't either, and Mike, they didn't signal it until after the play was over, and St. Mark's fell on the football.
It did seem late, but maybe his knee was not down. Maybe
Correct.
He was leaning against somebody. It's tough to see.
Tough to see from up where we are.
Either way, the Spartans on their own 20, 1st and 10. Bryant pitches to Watkins. He goes around the left end, can't get an opening, and he goes down about
Mike,
no gain on that one.
There was a flag thrown on that sideline. I think it's going to be a holding.
That's going to be another holding on St. Mark's. This penalty's killing St. Mark's in this half. That's going to take him back to the 10-yard line if it is a hold. A personal foul. Face mask on DMA, so it'll be a 1st down for the Spartans, bringing it out to the 35-yard line.
That's a big play for
That
the
is a
Spartans.
big penalty. So my apologies to the Spartans. Penalty not on them. It is right at the 35. 1st and 10, St. Mark's. 15 big yards, 5:55 to go, 2nd quarter.
It was thrown in the holding area, so.
And it was a late flag, but the play was still going on.
Yeah.
Bryant back in the shotgun. Duplessis out wide right. Noonan in motion. He takes the handoff off the right side, and he's got some yardage. He's finally wrapped up by 3 or 4 Seahawks. Play is over. Give him a gain of 7 for Ian Noonan. They gave him forward progress to the 42-yard line, so it's going to be a 2nd and 3.
Noonan's got to be close to 100 yards, Mike. He had that big touchdown run and now a couple big runs.
Yeah, Andrew Hudson for the Seahawks looks like he's really struggling out there, number 3. But he's going to stay in the game. You know, if I'm St. Mark's, if you notice that, I'm going right at Hudson, but I don't think they saw it. Bryant in the backfield with Watkins. It's a quarterback keeper design play, and he's got a first down out to the 49-yard line. It's Jelani Bryant, first down Spartans.
Mike, we know from watching him play this year that he does have a good job of running the football.
He has a 60-yard touchdown this season, 60-yard touchdown run. And there's a Seahawk down on the field. Pat Garrianis, we're going to try to get it to him while we get this injury. Maybe Nick can get this camera on Pat Garrianis. So while this injury is being taken care of, players taking a knee, we're going to go to Pat Garrianis. Out.
He looks like he's getting up, walking off the field, but 14 all here, 5 minutes until halftime. And one thing going on with DMA we got to talk about is the emergence of their athletics programs over the past couple of seasons. And school started in 2003, of course, and it took them a while. But the past 5 or 6 years, it's been every sport. Volleyball winning a couple state championships, baseball team starting to pick up, and now the football team's starting to get things together. They used to be a team that was picked on a lot by a lot of teams. Now they're doing the picking on. It's been impressive to watch, and right now they're in a battle with a team that they wouldn't have been in a battle with 4 years ago. So continued success to them, and let's see how this thing plays out going into the half. Back up to you.
All right, thanks, Pat. And we have 1st and 10 after that injury. It's Andrew Watkins. He breaks free and gets another first down for the Spartans as they're doing damage on the ground. Jason Andrew Seahawk was number 75. Tenny Thomas, he did walk off under his own power, so that was a good sign. He's a big kid. Listed at 6'5", 290. One of the big mules they have up in the front line for the Seahawks. Yes. Tenny Thomas, we hope he's okay. He's laying on the training table right in front of us. Looks like they're working on a left knee for Tenny Thomas, so we hope he's okay.
Yeah, we said that's one of their advantages. They're big on the line.
St. Mark's goes run play, but we have a whistle and timeout for Delaware Military Academy. So we have a timeout, 14-14, and Thomas is off the training table, walking in his own power. He's looking good, so a good play for them. I think we're going down to Pat.
Out here, but now one thing I wanted to finish about the emergence of their athletics program, it's kind of culminated into that big time dome that they're building down there, that athletic complex that you're going to see unveiled this week on Thursday. Thing is beautiful. Seen a few pictures of it online. State-of-the-art facility. And they're also starting the groundbreaking for their own fields back there, too. So DMA, with the emergence of their athletics programs, now getting the big-time facilities that they need to continue to go down the road. It's nothing but positivity going on over there at DMA. So back up to you guys.
Thank you, Pat.
All right, Pat. Jason, they're going to be able to host playoff games now.
Yes.
They have not been able to do that, well, at least in the indoor sports. The fields are coming. This is Watkins again. He goes around the left end. Driven out of bounds by, looks like number 6, Edwin Maxwell, but not before he picks up about 6 hard-earned yards for Andrew Watkins. We're down to 4:06 left. Clock is running, so he did not get out of bounds before they tackled him. 14-14. St. Mark's no huddle on this one. Bryant hands off to to Watkins, and he goes up the middle for a first down. Andrew Watkins, Jason, running like his life depends on it.
Yeah, like we said, Mike, we've seen St. Mark's enough. We know that they like to run the ball, and he's one of the guys. And I like this no-huddle offense. DMA defense is a little tired.
Bryant hands off to Watkins. He goes to the right side. He's tripped up. That is number 45 on the tackle for DMA. That would be Zachary McCluskey with a great tackle there. Make it 2nd and 11. He lost a yard.
Yeah, and good defense there by DMA. The quick no-huddle offense did not fool them that time, and they were able to good defense to stop there.
Now they're back in the huddle.
Yeah, and I think that's smart, too. I mean, you don't want to give when we see how dangerous DMA's offense is, you might want to try and milk the clock a little bit on this drive.
2nd 11 from the 30. Oh, and that's an offside on DMA, and St. Mark's is going to pick up 5 the easy way.
That's the second time that's happened.
So they just got a little impatient, jumped the gun, hit the center, and that's 5 yards, making it 2nd and 6. They will get 5 yards and They're at the 25 of the Seahawks. And a year ago, we may have seen St. Mark's go for a field goal in a play like this, but that was a very special kicker they had last year, Chris Ludman.
Yeah.
But you don't do it yet. It's only second down. You want to get a touchdown.
Yes.
You don't want 3 points. You want 6.
And it's still a hike away out.
Yeah, that's a long kick.
That's over 40 yards.
Watkins around the left side again. He buries his head down and picks up maybe 3 on that one.
Good
Maybe
pickup.
Third down. Yeah, we'll see what kind of progress they give him. Only about a yard or 2, Jason.
And you might be in. I think you're in 4-down territory.
I think so.
Here.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too far for St. Mark's to kick a field goal. Like you said, they had Ludman, Chris Ludman, who was a special kicker.
I hear they're rushing up to the line trying to catch DMA with too many men on the field. They do not, and here's Watkins up the middle, and he's got the first down. Inside the 20. Watkins with the first down as they rushed the play and almost caught DMA with 12 men on the field.
And I think they caught him with a nice run up the middle, Mike.
So first down and 10 at the 19-yard line of DMA. Clock running, 2:13 to go in the second quarter.
And I'm impressed with the Spartans' offense tonight. They've been doing a great job on the ground. I said on our weekly show, Mike, that the Spartans' lines are going to have to control this game, and they're doing a good job here in the first half.
Hand off to Watkins again. He's got some more room up the middle, about 7 or 8 yards for Andrew Watkins. He's getting it done. Jason, one of the things they're doing is they're keeping Karan Lean off the field offensively by keeping the ball and burning a lot of clock.
Yes.
So he got about 7 on that play, 2nd and 3. Jason, I think this is a good time for a little play-action pass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike.
So you want to throw a pass that can't be intercepted, something maybe corner of the end zone or back of the end zone. Ballant is wide right. I believe Noonan is wide left. Here's the handoff to Watkins, and he gets it up the middle, and he may have the first down on this one. He's around the 9-yard line. It's going to be close.
Good second effort by him. A nice little spin move there, Mike, as he fought for the extra yards. I believe it's going to be first and goal.
It's a first and goal from the 9 as Andrew Watkins is earning his keep tonight. Clock winds, 1:17 to go in the second quarter. St. Mark's on the doorstep. We're all tied at 14. St. Mark's put an impressive ground game together tonight. Bryant under center. Turns around and hands off to Watkins again. He steps over the line. And Jason, he's going to pick up about 4 yards on that one. Nice run by Andrew Watkins, 2nd and goal. St. Mark's only has 2 timeouts left here. As we are ticking down to about 40 seconds. So you don't want to use too much time here. Number 2, Duplessis goes wide left. Here's the handoff to Watkins, looking for his block. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Andrew Watkins from 5, make it 20-14. St. Mark's with 31 seconds to go in the second quarter.
A second rushing touchdown of the night for Watkins, 3rd overall for St. Mark's. They got that ground game going tonight, Mike, and Coach Wilson's going to be impressed.
What I like what Watkins did is he didn't just run up there. He waited for his block, and he got those big meaty dudes in front of him and waited for them to clear a lane, and he's not missing. Andrew Watkins finding every hole. Salazar in for the extra point. Here's the hold. It's good. The kick is up, and that is through the uprights. Make it 21-14. St. Mark's, we have 31 seconds to go in half number 1. And a very entertaining first half here at Baynard Stadium.
Yes, it has, but Mike, we expected that coming in. We said that both these teams are playing well right now, and no exception here tonight.
Watkins with the second touchdown.
Yeah, second touchdown, and then Noonan has the big touchdown run, Mike. And like I said, I keep on harping on this because I said on the show that the St. Mark's offensive line and defensive line had to come to play tonight, and they have so far. So if you're Coach Wilson, you're impressed with that. You're giving up a lot of size and height on that offensive line, defensive line. They're doing a good job. And Watkins, like you said, he was patient there, Mike.
Yeah,
patient
exactly.
runner.
Very. And this is a very worthy 302sports.com spotlight game of the week, Jason. Very entertaining. This has been a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, it has. So we had a busy weekend so far, Mike, and a busy week next week coming up. So tune in to 302sports.com for our schedule next week. It's going to be a pretty busy schedule, a couple Goldie games.
So we thank everybody who's tuning in live tonight on 302sports.com or on our YouTube channel. And we're having as much fun bringing it to you as you are having watching it. Sebastian Salazar kicks this one to ground ball and is picked up by number 28. That is Joseph Gaddy with the short kick. And St. Mark's does a good job to bring him down, but DMA's got some time, and they're on the 47-yard line of their own 47.
Yes, Mike.
They have 27 seconds.
And when you have a lean, that's plenty of time for an offense.
I believe DMA is down to one timeout, so
yes,
if they run, they're going to have to run for first downs and hustle.
Maybe you might see a couple sideline passes here, Mike.
Yeah, the lean also catches the ball. He does everything. And just a super young guy, too, man. He's a nice kid.
Absolutely, one of the nicest kids. We had a good time with them on our 302 Sports
Whistle
Weekly
blows.
show.
We have a timeout. I imagine this is a St. Mark's timeout. It is.
And they probably were checking out the alignment. Checking out the alignment.
27 ticks to go until the half. It's probably a good time to remind people. The 302 Sports Weekly, Wednesday nights at Hooters.
Yes.
7 p.m. That's at the 136 in the Astro Shopping Center. We got top tens. We got interviews. We got plays of the week. We got Delaware athletes in the news. What else am I missing? Benny Pinella and Pat Garianis. Well, yeah, of course, that's worth going right there.
Yes.
You got the wings and the beverages and a great atmosphere down there at
Great
Hooters.
guesses.
Athletes of the week, can't leave them out. We've had some great athletes of the week thus far. So if you're in the neighborhood, 302 Sports Weekly every Wednesday at 7, Hooters of Newark. If you can't stop by, you can catch us online, 302sports.com or on the YouTube channel. DMA with Deal in the backfield. He's winding up and throwing deep. And this is going to be intercepted by Matt Tynes. And he's got the ball at the Spartans 22. Jason, 20 seconds to go. What do you do?
I'm probably going to take a knee. Got the lead at halftime. DMA will get the ball to start the second half, but I don't want to risk a turnover deep in my own zone.
Ball a little bit of a throw. Matt Tynes, a leaping interception. Nice play by him.
And we said Matt Tynes is a special player.
So turnovers have bitten both teams tonight. That was a double coverage on that one, too.
Yes.
So we'll see what St. Mark's. I think, Jason, you're right. I think they're going to take the knee and take the lead into halftime. They got a couple things to clean up at the half. They've done a good job containing DMA as much as you can with that explosive running back. Ballant comes in with the play. So maybe they take one shot here. Let's see. Bryant hands it off to Watkins. A little surprised. And Jason, he just carried number 67 about 6 yards.
Yes.
That's Hunter Balback, and he weighs 275 pounds.
And he's a heck of a player.
Yes, he is. Andrew Watkins just put him on his back and carried him. He looked like the big show on that one. It's first down for St. Mark's. Clock is stopped. We're going to run out of time, and this is halftime. I believe we're getting ready to go down to Pat Garianis at the field, and we're ready to go. Pat, anytime you're ready.
Here we go, fellas. We're right here at the half, 21-14. St. Mark's on top. It's a lot of turnovers. There's been a few crucial turnovers in this one. That's kind of been the difference. DMA's trying to get that passing game going, but it's not working for them right now. One thing that we got to mention here is a loss of a Delaware football legend from St. Mark's, Coach Vinny Scott. Coached there from 1992 to 2004. He passed away recently. I believe his services were this week. We got to mention that he's a guy that was there at St. Mark's for years, helped build that program. What it turned out to become in that mid to 2000s run. Rest in peace to him. And here at 302 Sports, we offer our condolences to the family, the Scott family, and everyone else who's been touched by this tragedy. Salesianum grad, so he's got ties. St. Elizabeth grade school, if I believe, grad. So he's got some ties to the community and we just want to give our condolences out to them. So back up to you.
All right, thanks, Pat. Vinny Scott coached at a bunch of different schools, including Salesiana, where his high school. Jason, he gave up a chance at a pro football career, come back and teach and coach at Salesiana. He coached at a bunch of different places. I believe we are going to take a little break here, and we'll be back later on in the halftime. You're watching the 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week on 302sports.com.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And we are back, just getting about ready to start quarter number 3 on the 302sports.com Spotlight Game of the Week. St. Mark's with a late touchdown in the second quarter has the 21-14 lead over the Delaware Military Academy. The Seahawks will receive to open quarter number 3. Outstanding game if you like the run game, especially some nice long runs and a lot of smart running on both teams, and some good tackling. It's not easy to tackle Andrew Watkins or Karan Aline. So it's been a very entertaining evening here at Baynard Stadium as the postseason gets closer and the playoff picture gets a little clearer. We still have a lot of football to go before we get there, though.
Yeah, this game tonight and then three more weeks, Mike, of the season. So, like I said, in my projections, I had DMA as the 3 seed hosting St. Mark's the 6 seed. So this is an interesting matchup right here, and a good one so far on our 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week.
Yeah, so Karan Aline has definitely been the go-to guy on offense But on a quarterback, Amadeus Fitzgerald has been alternating with Joseph Deal. I see Deal out here in front of us warming up. No question to say, Marsh. Jelani Bryant has been running the show, and he's done a great job. He did last year. He takes over for Billy Sullivan, who did a great job at St. Mark's as the quarterback. A laser arm. Billy's now playing baseball, of course, at the University of Delaware. Had a chance to see him a couple weeks ago, didn't we, Jason?
Yes.
Down at St. Mark's, and Billy's doing great down there at UD, along with his former Spartans teammates, now current Blue Hens teammates, Chris Ludman, Austin Colmary, and I'm trying to think who else is down there. Calvin Scott, the former Spartan, is playing for them. Andrew Reich. So a lot of Spartans playing for the Blue Hens. Not an easy person to take over for. There's another squib kick, and this is to Josiah Hansen.
Yeah, they just don't want it
the right side.
They don't want it in Corinne's hands.
And he is upended around the 42-yard line. That's where DMA will take over. So we're saying Billy Sullivan did a great job in the gun. So Jelani Bryant, some expectations on him this year. He's done a great job taking over. On the other side, a 4-year starter for DMA graduated, Jacob. No, I can't remember the kid's name. Hudson. So Hudson took over as a freshman after an injury when he was a freshman playing for the previous DMA coach, and then Mike Ryan came in, and he started basically all 4 years for the Seahawks, and they've had a lot of success in football. Pat Garianis mentioned their athletic success in the first half, and here's a lean over left tackle, but St. Mark's fills the hole, and the tackle is made. Number 52 for St. Mark's is on that one. That is Will Hoffman. So Will Hoffman, we know Will from multiple sports over there at St. Mark's.
Yes.
He makes the tackle.
He's an excellent player for the Spartans, team captain.
Also a basketball player for our buddy, Coach Nick Santa. Nick, if you're watching, how do? Deal in the background, takes the snap in the shotgun. A lean goes around the left end this time, and he's got some room. Picks up about 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice run there by him. As he got to the outside, he was able to pick up 8 yards. Like you said, making 3rd and manageable. If you're DMA, that's what you want to be in all night. Same thing for the Spartans. You want to be in these 3rd and manageables.
So it's a 3rd and 2. A lean back behind Deal, who's in the shotgun. I imagine he will get the ball again, and it's a handoff to the up back, number 28, Joseph Gaddy, and he is across the 45 of St. Mark's for our first down. DMA, so they fooled me. I thought Coronaline would get it. It was given to Gaddy.
Yes.
And he gets the first down there at the 48-yard line of the Spartans. We have just underway here in the second half. It's 10:38 and running to go in the third quarter. Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Pat Garianis down on the field. And we have Nick Halliday upstairs and Nick Alessandrini from part of the 302 Sports team covering our social media for us.
Yeah, he does a great job keeping our social media up so people like me, you, Nick, Pat can do our jobs and not worry so much about tweeting out the scores. And
2nd and 6 for DMA there at the 39 of St. Mark's. So they are putting together a nice little drive to open the second half.
Yeah, and like we said, Mike, they're a good offensive team. And so they'll get their offense going. They've been getting their offense going.
And that's up the middle. St. Mark's does a good job holding Gaddy to about a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, Mike, and they're doing a good job mixing it out this drive, giving Gaddy some more carries here, which is what they need to do. They need to be more balanced.
So it's 3rd and 5. Seahawks on the 37-yard line of St. Mark's. Deal in the shotgun, hands to Aline. He's up the middle. He's got a hole, and he's brought down by Matt Tynes, but not before picking up a first down. Seahawks. And they are inside the 30-yard line. They're going to spot it at about the 27-yard line of St. Mark's. Coronaline off left tackle gets the first down.
Yeah, he just went right through that hole, Mike, and was not touched until he ran into Tynes.
That was a nice one-on-one tackle by Matt Tynes.
We said Tynes is one of the best safeties in the state of Delaware, and I'll have him on my team any day of the week.
There's a movement, but there's a flag. The flag goes down. That's going to be a procedure or a false start against DMA.
Yeah, good pickup.
Make it 1st and 15. I thought the back had a chance to get set there, but they threw the flag. Back at the 32-yard line, make it 1st and 15. Clock is running, 8:58 to go, third quarter on 302 Sports. Thanks for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. Getting a little crisp outside now, but it feels good. I'm in my shorts. It feels good. Got the hoodie on now, though.
Yeah.
He's back to pass. Deal looks for right and incomplete. That's not going to be. Oh, Jason, I don't know. That ball was past the receiver already.
Yeah, but I think it might be more for the shot at the head, Mike. But we'll see.
So the intended receiver is number 42, Nick Renault. And there was an official about 3 feet away who did not throw a flag, and the back judge threw it from a long distance away. It's probably going to stand. It's going to be pass interference, and I think that's a tough call because that ball was well over the receiver's head and past the receiver when the flag was thrown. But it is what it is. It's going to be a first down for DMA.
And Mike, the back judge threw it, so maybe he saw a hand on him that we didn't. So I'm not going to take anything away from these guys. They do a great job. And so we're way up here and they're down on the field. So
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of St. Mark's. DMA in business early in the third. Aline straight into the line, and St. Mark's does. Well, I think they got him. They do a good job holding him to about 2 yards on that one.
Good opening drive here in the second half for the DMA Seahawks here. 8:10 left here in the third quarter. Spartans up 21-14. But DMA is in the red zone, Mike.
They are. Deal in the shotgun. Turns around, hands to Cronline. He goes off left tackle. Stiff arm, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Karan Aline goes 17 yards for the touchdown. A nice stiff arm gets in those last 4 or 5. And we are 21-20, pending the extra point for DMA, looking to tie it up.
Yeah, like you said, Mike, his third rushing touchdown of the game. He's having a great night. And there he just did a nice stiff arm and danced into the end zone. Big extra point coming here, Mike.
St. Mark's had one blocked earlier, got it back on a 2-point conversion. DMA 2 for 2 on their PATs. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. Matt Drasia puts it through, and we are tied at 21. And I think we're going to send it down to Pat. And we're going to go down to Pat Garianis on the field. Pat, what do you got for us?
We good, fellas?
We're good.
Hey, what's going on? All right, hey, Karan Aline, the guy's Mr. Everything, continues it right now, scoring, making this one 21-21. Got a little update on the weather after the wind kind of cooled off. It's kind of picking up again. You can see it's blowing south by southwest. It's just really bad out here right now. But, hey, DMA finding ways to get back in this game, tying it up at 21. Karan Aline, can't stop the kid. He's on fire tonight, so we'll send it back up to you with that first Doppler radar weather report. Back to you.
Pat, stay safe in that nasty wind out there.
Thanks, Pat, for the weather update. It feels a lot warmer up here in the press box, Mike.
Yeah, maybe I missed something, but yeah. Pat's, I think he's got holding on to Big Ed down there. It doesn't go anywhere. There's a line drive kickoff off of the knee of the returner. Picked up nicely, and it's a return up the middle. Almost broken, but it's going to go down around the 35-yard line. St. Mark's starting there, 1st and 10. 7:38 to go. Did not see who the returner was. I think it was number 43, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Mike. And sometimes when
Matt McGurk.
when you get those like busted kickoffs where the ball hits you and you pick it back up, that's when I tend to get a good return because the coverage breaks down.
Yeah, ball bounced off his knee. Good job, Jason, to look down, find the ball, not panic, pick it up, and he picked up another 20 yards after he
Yeah,
got
like
that.
I said, I think sometimes that works to your advantage.
Bryant in the shotgun. Takes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself off the left side and maybe a yard.
Yeah, and I think if you're Coach Ryan at halftime, St. Mark's did a good job running the ball on you in the first half. He's probably telling his defense he wants to tighten up against the run.
Yeah, a lot of that damage done by Watkins, but Bryant had a couple nice runs in that first half.
And then Noonan had that long touchdown run and a couple long ones.
Ian Noonan went 80 yards.
Good job by the Seahawks cheerleaders right in front of us. The DMA cheerleaders doing a great job tonight.
Snap to Bryant, and he's got Noonan again, but he keeps it up the middle. Bryant had a little bit of room, picks up maybe 4 or 5 yards, make it 3rd and a long 5 for St. Mark's.
Yeah, I thought that was a good job. A little read option there, Mike, and he kept the ball. Like you say, he had a little hole, but good job by the DMA defense filling it in.
Closer to 3rd and 6 for St. Mark's. That ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
39.
39-yard line. Noonan wide left. Bryant in the shotgun. He's looking right. He's got a man open at his balance, and he's right at the line. I think he's going to be a little bit short.
Great job by him hauling that ball in, Mike. It was a little high. He had to reach up for it and grab it, and I think that might have – it's going to be real close.
They're going to be a yard short,
Yeah.
it looks like. And now that it's 4th down, do you go for it?
You're on your own territory in a tie game.
It looks like they're bringing a punt team in.
I would punt here, but that's why I'm up here in the press box. Looks like they're going to go for it, Mike.
Maybe they try to draw him offside. We'll see
Yeah,
what
that's
happens.
a good point by Mike Lang there.
Now there is a play, and it's up the middle, and no dice. Watkins is wrapped up for a loss.
Great
and
job.
DMA takes over at the 48, and there's a flag. There's a flag.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a post-possession celebration, but we'll see.
That might cost DMA 15. It was definitely after the play, so it will not affect the possession.
Yep, so it's after the play, Mike. They already pointed DMA ball. And then you're going to have the personal foul afterwards. So it's going to back DMA up 15 yards. But a good job, Mike, on that 4th and 1. They were not fooled, and they stopped Watkins, like you said. But that penalty is going to take them back in their own territory.
Yeah, so they lose 15. They're back at the 43-yard line, their own 43. We have 6:20 to go.
That's a
in the third quarter.
gutsy call there in the early third quarter. I think it's the right one. They've been running the ball good all game. But you got to give the Seahawks defense credit there, Mike. They did a good job.
I don't mind going for it, and they struggled on the punt tonight, too.
Yes.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
So St. Mark's got to play some defense here. DMA has tied it up about 2 minutes ago in the 2 minutes of game action ago. Another run by Caronolini. He's almost unstoppable.
Yeah, they took the opening kickoff of the second half and went down to tie the game up.
That's a lean again, and this time they wrap him up, hold him to about 3, make it a 2nd and 7.
And I think they had him right back near the line. He did a good job dancing around, Mike. Like we said, he's athletic enough to dance around and pick up a few extra yards. But a good job by the Spurs defense. Anytime you can hold him to 3 or 4 yards, you've done a good job.
Ball's at the 46 of Delaware Military Academy. The Seahawks in blue approaching the line. Two teams are 5-1, fighting for some playoff positioning. Deal takes it, hands it off up into the middle. I think that's Gaddy, and he is wrapped up on the left side. And then Gaddy's going to lose a couple on that one, make it 3rd and long.
And they both have Division I teams coming up on their schedule, so chance at this game, chance to pick up some points over the other team.
Loss of about 1. We'll call it 3rd and a long 7. So a lean wave back in the backfield, about 8 yards back. Joe Deal in front of him, the quarterback. He's taking it in the shotgun. He's back. Play action to Aline. He's rolling right. He's being chased. And there's going to be a sack by St. Mark's, thrown down by number 52. Will Hoffman with the sack. And St. Mark's holds. It is going to be fourth and about 16 for DMA. And I believe St. Mark's is sending a receiver back. That's Noonan, and there's deal in the punt.
This is the right call, Mike. 4th and 16 and deep in your own territory. You're going to punt. Good job there by the Spartans defense.
Yeah, Hoffman broke through and chased him down. That was some speed there for Will Hoffman.
Yeah, Will Hoffman is having an outstanding season for St. Mark's Spartans.
So St. Mark's should get some field position out of this. There's a flag, and is that a delayed game? St. Mark's is pointing the other way.
Illegal substitution on DMA.
Oh, okay.
They had 12 people on the field.
So they're going to march it back 5 more yards. That puts the ball at the 34-yard line of DMA in a little better position maybe for St. Mark's here.
Yeah, it's going to probably give you a little better field position than like 5-yard penalties. 12 men on the field, that's not a good penalty to have. Big punt coming up here for DMA.
It's up and it's going to roll. Bounces into Noonan. He picks it up. He's at the 40. He's being chased by about 5 Seahawks.
He's got the room if he can get outside here, Mike.
And he gets around the end.
Yeah, but it's coming
back.
back.
He slides, and there is flags all over the field.
Illegal block in the back. At least 2 flags I saw coming in. Right at the 39-yard line of St. Mark's. In fact, the one official threw his hat, Mike.
Well, sometimes when I get upset, I throw my hat, too.
Yes. Only on the golf course.
I've thrown a few hats on the golf course. I gave up throwing clubs. I can't afford to do that. Plus, I'd like to think I've matured a little bit. And I'm not quite as bad at golf as I used to be.
Yeah. So it could be multiple flags here, as like I said, couple are without hats now too. So
that's Men Without Hats, that great '80s band.
This might take a while to.
You know what the Men Without Hats sang? They sang the safety dance, of course. We should get the music up, right? No? Maybe we'll sing it. Men Without Hats?
We can't. Copyright infraction.
Oh, that's right.
Come on, Mike. You got to think.
So that was a injury timeout. Andrew Hudson, he's had a rough night, and on the training table he goes. He got up early in the first half, Jason, and had to stretch his back out, but he stayed out there when I said he was struggling a little bit. And now he's got, well, it looks like they're giving him the concussion protocol there on the sideline. So we hope he's okay. Head injuries are no laughing matter at all.
And they do a good job now with the concussion
trainers working with him,
yeah. Protocols.
So our best goes out to Andrew Hudson. We hope he's okay. We just forget these are just kids, and they got a whole life in front of them. So we don't want head injuries. We don't want injuries, period, but head injuries especially. St. Mark's with the ball there at their own 24-yard line after the penalty. 1st and 10. We got 3:48 to go in the third quarter. They have taken Hudson's helmet. I'm not sure with that. He's running up and down the sideline. Watkins with the handoff, and he gets up about 2 yards on that.
DMA's done a lot better job against the run here in the second half.
Andrew Hudson has the helmet back, and into the game he goes. So good for that young man. Yeah, they've really shut down the running game here in the second half.
Held them on that first drive, the 4 and out. They stopped them on that 4th down run.
Make it 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. They are at their own 25-yard line. So penalties have hurt tonight. Bryant in the shotgun. He hands it to Noonan. This time he is tackled by Karan Aline behind the line.
Yeah, they were not.
Be 3rd and long.
They were not going to be fooled on that play again, Mike.
I think St. Mark's has run that one.
And like we said, Mike, it seems like the Seahawks' mission at halftime was to stop the Spartans' ground game, and they've done that so far here in the second half. Brings up a big key 3rd down here in a deadlock 21-21 game. We couldn't have asked for a better 302sports.com Spotlight Game of the Week.
Has been a very entertaining
And thank everyone for watching tonight on 302 Sports.
Bryant in the shotgun again. He's looking left. Passing for number 2, Duplessis. I think he's got it. No, incomplete pass. He's going to be short of the first down anyway, so now it's 4th and 12.
And that's like
there's a flag.
Yeah, he threw that ball at the official, Mike, and that's not a smart penalty to take. It's going to back him up. That's going to back him up a few yards.
But you really have to control your emotions out there.
That's one where a coaching staff will not be happy.
Well, and John Wilson is talking to Duplessis, and you're right. You got to control your emotions out there. It's tough.
It's tough. It's tough to do. But in a tied game, when you're playing a number 2 ranked team,
so unsportsmanlike on Ryan Duplessis.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
St. Mark's will be punting from deep in their own territory. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line.
As our good friend Nick Santa would say, it's 4th and Fenwick Island.
4th and Fenwick. Can go for some ice cream from the beach tonight, and the referee steps in. He's just getting in position here. 2:13 to go in the third quarter. The only score so far in the second half. Coronaline, 17-yard touchdown run, ties this one up at 21. And Bryant's going to fake. And there he goes. He's got some room. I don't know if he's got enough room. And he gets out to the 30-yard line, about 4 yards short of the first down. And it's going to be turned over on downs, but a 19-yard pickup for Jelani Bryant before he's brought down.
That's where that sportsmanlike penalty cost you because he needed to pick up a lot more than what he needed. But good play call there.
It's pretty clear to me that St. Mark's not trusting that punting game.
Right. And if you're DMA, you're going to get the ball at the St. Mark's 30. This is an opportune time for you to make them pay.
Jelani Bryant almost got there. He had one man to beat, but a nice tackle by the Seahawks to end the threat, and they are in business.
College score for you: Notre Dame 14, USC nothing. Started third quarter.
Wake up the echoes. Direct snap to Aline. He goes over the right tackle. Matt Tynes has him, and he's joined by some teammates, but not before Aline picks up a first down. Seahawks, he's inside the 20.
Yeah, good job. Good job carrying some defenders with them there, Mike. A minute 56 left here in the third quarter.
He got all the way down to the 17-yard line. 13-yard pickup for Aline. And he has been one busy man tonight. And very effective as well. This is Aline up the middle. And he's getting bounced around like a pinball in there, but he gets to the 10, a pickup of 7, 2nd and 3 for the Seahawks.
He's the pinball wizard there, Mike. Good job by him.
That's a good Who reference.
Yes. Mike, I guess we're showing our age here in this broadcast booth tonight.
Yeah. But, the Who never gets old.
No, absolutely not. Good drive so far here for the Seahawks, Mike, after taking over on downs.
Now, Aline is takes the snap again. He's caught from behind, given number 55 with the tackle for St. Mark's. That is Tyler Shields, a great play. They didn't even have a quarterback. There's an injury on the field. They don't have a quarterback in. There's the snapping it right to Aline, and that's a man in some distress out there for St. Mark's. As we have 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. 21-21, so they'll take their time, make sure that I can't tell who that is, that he's okay. It might be Shields. No, Shields is okay. I see him standing out there. Jason, he grabbed a hold of Aline's jersey.
Yeah.
And really was great. He didn't slip out of it. Did a great job holding onto the jersey and bringing Aline down. That is no easy task. And that is Tyler Shields, number 55. So he made the tackle. And he's running off the field, so it looks good for Tyler Shields. Good to see. He's going to sit out and play.
And I said earlier that if you want to get Aline down, you have to grab him around the legs and the jersey. You have to hold on to him because he's not easy to go down.
3rd and 1. They are at the 8-yard line of St. Mark's. We're in the last 44 seconds of quarter number 3. Coronaline is going to get the snap. And he's going to run up the middle. Finds a hole over the left side, and he's in for a touchdown, Seahawks. Coronaline, 8 yards, another touchdown for number 1. And DMA takes the 27-21 lead, 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jason, you know he's coming. You just can't stop him.
No, and you could game plan on trying to stop him. He's such a good athlete, kind of like Will Knight of Smyrna.
Yeah.
And
reminds me a lot of Will Knight.
Yes. And you can game plan and game plan and game plan, but, man, he is difficult to get down.
And Aline is only a junior, so he'll be back. Will Knight is graduating this year, much to the relief of the Henlopen North.
Yeah, and he'll get to go to Delaware.
And that is a little chip shot. No good. So I thought I saw a pass in front of the post. So the point after, no good. And with 31 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's 27 DMA, 21 St. Mark's. And DMA's second lead of the evening.
And it's been a back and forth affair, Mike, but it's been all DMA here in the third quarter.
Well, they shut Watkins down, and that's really been important.
Yes, they came out, and then St. Mark's turned it over on downs twice, Mike. And I think you're right. I just don't think they trust the kicking game right now. And let's see if that becomes a factor in this game, because you gave DMA the ball at the 30-yard line there, and they took it to the house.
Super gutsy call by John Wilson to run that ball from deep in his own territory.
And to think if he doesn't get that big gain, you're probably turning the ball over closer to the 30 than they did. A good run there. But like you said, gutsy call. It didn't work. And DMA, you have to give the Seahawks credit for taking advantage of it. But it's only a 6-point lead. Plenty of time left here for the Spartans.
So that drive was pretty much all Coronaline. He was the quarterback, the running back, and the scoring back. And here's the kickoff by Drasia. It's a line drive up the middle, bounces through the legs of Watkins, and he's got to go pick it up at the 10. He's over the 15. He's at the 20. Spins over the 25. Stays on his feet to about the 29. Kind of a great return for Watkins, considering the ball went through his legs. St. Mark's takes over at the 29-yard line. 22 seconds to go. 1st and 10, and they need to find their offense. Thanks for joining us here tonight on 302sports.com. You've seen a very fun, entertaining game and a great spotlight game of the week for the 302 Sports crew. We're happy to bring it to you. Bryant hands it off to Darty, and he is stuffed.
Yeah, we got a couple good spotlight games coming up in the future, so check it out.
So Mike, Matt Daugherty not able to pick up anything.
They continue to shut down the ground game here in the second half.
Yeah, they made some adjustments, obviously, at halftime, and they're paying off.
And that's the end of the third quarter,
That's going to do it for the third quarter. Hang on. We're going to get it ready to send it down to the field. And that's after 3. We go down to Pat Garianis.
Here we go, fellas. Moving into the third quarter, things have kind of switched a little bit here. DMA kind of seizing momentum in this one. A big 4th down and short stop. They've made the necessary adjustments to stop St. Mark's. And Coronaline, he's starting to look a little bit like Will Knight out here. The Will Knight of Division II. We might have to crown him that. Let's see what happens here in the fourth quarter now. 6-point game, anything can happen. Back up to you guys.
All right, Pat, you must be reading our minds, Pat, because we said the same exact thing.
Great minds must think alike.
Will Knight, the name came up here, too. So, Pat Garianis, that's a smart guy out there, St. Elizabeth's grad. Jason, the baseball up at the top of the third. Houston and New York tied, or scoreless, 0-0. This is Game 7.
Yes.
The winner plays the Dodgers in the World Series. Should be a darn good World Series. Penn State. Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go top 25. Right, Penn State. They are in here somewhere. Penn State 14, Michigan 6. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Notre Dame has extended their lead to 21-0.
Over USC. Some big college games tonight, the baseball. But the best game of the night is right here at Baynard Stadium.
Yeah, the Spartans and the Seahawks. And a play-action pass. Bryant better get rid of it. He's being chased. Oh, he got rid of that, they're saying. It's a complete pass, but it goes for negative 3 yards. And Bryant was being hit. He was going down when he passed that one.
Yeah, Mike, and great job here by the Seahawks defense. They've came to play here in the second half. like you said, pressure on the quarterback. Then he gets the ball off. I don't know how he does, but great gang tackle by DMA, and it brings up second and long here for the third and long, or second.
It says third down, but
Yeah, third and long.
it is third and long.
Because we had the end of the third quarter.
That's correct. And there's a pass to Noonan, looping around to the middle.
Yeah, it was
He picks up about 8, but he's going to be well
a
short.
bubble screen there, Mike. A nice bubble screen right in there by the Spartans, but good job by DMA. It's 4th and 8, Mike, and I think here I almost have to punt here.
We'll see what they do. The Spartans have.
I think they're going
It looks like they're going to go for it.
go for it, Mike. So,
Well, they do have Bryant.
no, I think they're going to.
Bryant does kick, and he's back deep.
I think.
They have 2 receivers. Oh, they're the downfield coverage guys. Maybe.
Yeah, we saw him run last time, so don't be surprised. If you're the Seahawks defense, you got to be looking for him.
And Bryant punts this one and punts it toward the sidelines, and it goes out of bounds. And Jason, that punt was only about 10 yards. Well, no, it's less than that.
He's still walking.
That's a 7-yard punt for the Spartans, unfortunately. And so DMA again with great field position there at the St. Mark's 38. Jason, another score from the Premier League this afternoon. Crystal Palace lost 1-0. So after picking up a win last week, Palace goes down again without scoring a goal, and it's been a rough year for CP in the Premier League. I had to get that because I like Palace, but they can't score.
No, they cannot.
And they are going to probably be relegated after this season. They'll be down in the Champions League. But back to American football. Snap the deal. He hands off to Hansen. He's got some room. He's going to get about 5 on that carry. Josiah Hansen with the carry.
Yeah, I think the second half, it's been all Seahawks so far. The two touchdown drives, and defensively, St. Mark's has not been able to manage 1 first down here in the second half.
Yeah, Pat mentioned they made some adjustments. They have totally clogged up that running game.
And if you saw our 302 Sports Weekly, Ryan said this was going to be a difficult game for the Seahawks.
Here's the handoff. I believe that is Hansen again. He gets nothing, and he'll like it. That's actually Coronaline, who gets nothing and likes it. That is one of the few times he has not gotten positive yardage.
Forward progress is bring it back up closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, about the 34-yard line. Make it 3rd and 5 for DMA. They tackled him back around the 42, but he did get some forward progress. So maybe not a tackle for a loss. But you hold him to a yard or two, that's a successful down.
Successful play.
This is Fitzgerald back at the quarterback. Amadeus Fitzgerald. He fakes it. He's got some room. He's got a block from Hansen. Springs him for a first down. Great block by Hansen, and Fitzgerald picks up just enough to move the chains. So 9:12 to go here in the 4th quarter. Seahawks up by 6, and a new set of downs for Delaware Military Academy. They have owned the second half.
Yeah, they have, Mike. A big second half. Like we said, they're doing it offensively and defensively here in the second half.
So Deal back in at quarterback this time. He hands off to Aline. He just will not go down. Ends up with about 5 yards on that one.
Mike, we talked about maybe the Spartans playing a couple different quarterbacks tonight. It's been the Seahawks who's been mixing up the quarterback battle. This is a big drive.
No answer for St. Mark's in this half.
And this is a big drive here for both teams. If DMA can punch another one in here, and if you're a Spartans, you want to hold them here defensively. So big series of downs here.
Snap the deal. He hands it to Aline up the middle, breaks the tackle, close to a first down, but I think it's going to be a yard short.
A good job running up the middle there by him, and good job by the Spartans holding him short, but it's 3rd and manageable here for the DMA offense.
They're spotted at the 19. They need 2. We'll call it 3rd and 2.
They're inside the red zone again, Mike. They've been successful inside the red zone today.
Deal remains the quarterback. He's back in the shotgun. He's got Coronaline behind him. Hudson wide right. Hansen wide left. And the handoff to Aline up the middle. First down to Moore. Breaks a tackle. Somebody's got him by the sleeve. But he's down to about the 2-yard line. Karan Aline gets about 17 on that carry.
Yeah, Mike, he's such a shifty runner. Great job by him again. He gets the big first down, and it's 1st and goal. Looks like
There's a flag down, though.
Spotted at the 4.
There's the penalty flag on the field.
Yeah, it came at the end of the play.
It was late.
So it'll probably be a spot foul.
Let's see this is another personal foul. It's on DMA, and that's going to cost him 15 yards. So Jason, that essentially wipes out the run by Aline. I don't know who it's on, but somebody said or did something that was not on the approved list.
So it's going to bring it back to the 3rd. It's
been a little chippy. A lot of personal fouls tonight.
Now, since looks like it's a 1st and 10 from the 19, Mike.
Yeah, it is 1st and 10. So they're at the 19. It is 1st and another goal. The one set of goal sticks is down, so it might be 1st and goal from the 19. And Aline runs into a wall, and he gets nothing this time. So, Jason, it is 1st and goal, now 2nd and goal from the 19-yard line. 7:12 to go.
Yeah, but
and there goes the other sticks down. So, yeah,
it's definitely.
Mateus Fitzgerald back in at the quarterback job. He's the one that they throw. He's the one throwing. Right, he also runs. And we have a stoppage of play. We see what's going on down on the field. As the officials converse. They're just getting some things straight down there.
So both teams have picked up key personal foul penalties here in the second half, Mike.
2nd down goal. You heard that right. They're at the 19-yard line.
Yeah. After that.
Now the sticks are back up, Jason.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what's going on. I would think 2nd and goal, but I'm not on the field. So referee's not going to text us. Fake. And Fitzgerald sends it out. Nice tackle. That was the pass to number 42, Nick Renault.
Noonan
and
on
he
the
is
tackle.
upended by Ian Noonan. I'm glad you saw that because I missed the number.
Good job by him, Mike, getting up there. And like you said, great open field tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, that play's going a little longer.
3rd and about 6 from the 15-yard line.
Big 3rd down
And we have a timeout on the field. Timeout called by DMA with 6:08 remaining in this game. So, Jason, we mentioned DMA has made all the necessary adjustments, shut down St. Mark's offensively, and they've handed the ball to Karan Aline, and that's what you got to do. You know, you got him on your team, you might as well use him.
Yeah. Good job by Kareem getting down there.
We're going to go back to Pat Gary. This is Pat looks up our way. And we're about ready to go. We got Pat. There's Pat. And here we
go, fellas. It's just winning time. This is what they like to say. A little over 6 minutes to go. DMA chewing up some clock right here. Long drive. Let's see what they can do. They got a few injuries. As you can see, Mr. Ball back behind me. He's got a couple issues why he's not out there right now. And this is gut check time for St. Mark's. They've been dominated here in the second half. Let's see if they got an answer for it. Otherwise, DMA's got a chance to put this one away. Back up to you.
All right, Pat, thanks a lot on that one. This is Fitzgerald back in the shotgun. Snap to Aline. He's using Fitzgerald as a blocker. He gets around the block, and down the left side, touchdown. Karan Aline, 16 yards. That is touchdown number 5 for Karan Aline. His second 5-touchdown game of the season. He also scored 5, I believe, against St. Elizabeth.
He likes doing it against the Catholic schools.
So Amadeus Fitzgerald throws the block, springs Aline down the left sideline. DMA takes the 33-21 lead. 6:02 to go in this one. Let's see if they go for a 2-point conversion, try to get those PATs back. And they are going to go for 2.
And Mike, Pat Gariano said it was winning time here. That was a winning time run by Aline.
So Deal is going to take the snap. Hands it to Karan Aline, of course. And I think he is stopped short of the goal line. And that is no good. So with 6:02 to go, DMA has a 12-point lead, 33-21. Fortunately for St. Mark's, Jason, they have not converted a few of the extra points, and that gives them a puncher's chance, but they need to find some offense and fast. So an exciting game, another great night for Aline. And he's going to come over to the sideline. The only time he gets off the field is when they kick off. He comes over, he's waving. So he's looks a little pumped up right here in front of us. And a little chest bump. Man, that dude, a chest bump, the number 67 is Hunter Balback, 275. He could have sent Aline into next week with that.
Yeah, I would not be chest bump with Hunter anytime soon.
You know, tomorrow night during tables, ladders, and chairs, there's going to be some guys smaller than him wrestling.
The cruiserweight division.
Hunter might have a future in the WWE, man. He's a big dude.
So, Mike, only a 12-point lead here for the Seahawks, but St. Mark's hasn't got anything going here in the second half.
No, nothing.
What do you do if you're Spartans' offense here this drive? What do you have to do, you think?
I think we've got to try some passing. The running game's going nowhere. They have totally shut down Andrew Watkins.
And now the time's against you, so you might have to start passing the ball.
Nice line drive kick. This one is caught by Watkins. He's up the middle looking for a hole. He's found something, and he gets almost to the 40-yard line. First and 10, St. Mark's from their own 38. So a nice run back there by the Spartans. They need to keep that momentum going from that kickoff. They got, like you mentioned, and you mentioned on the show this week, in the 302 Sports Weekly, they mentioned the size of the DMA line, and those are some big guys.
Yeah, and
Thomas, I believe, was your guest, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. What a great man he is, Mike. And we said there, Benny asked me what the Spartans had to do. I said they had to control the ground game.
There's a pass. Brian, play action, looking for Jason, number 15. He's got it.
Great catch.
That is Victor Marcello, his first catch of the night, and that's a big gainer for the Spartans, 22 yards. I'm sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, and I was just saying, Benny asked me, I said the Spartans had to control the line of scrimmage. They did in the first half. Second half, DMA has shut them down.
So no huddle. Brian under center. Turns around, fakes the handoff. And he's looking this time for number 2, Duplessis. Unable to hang on, covered by Karan Aline. Ball's a little too far in front of him, make it 2nd and 10. What did they change at halftime? What adjustments? So it's 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line of DMA. Spartans huddled up that time because the clock was stopped. Brian under center. Pitches to Watkins, I believe. Fumble, and DMA falling on this one, and the Seahawks ball.
Yeah, Mike, and that's a key turnover here in this game.
That might do it. So the Seahawks take over on their own 31-yard line. And guess who recovered a fumble, Jason? Karan Aline does everything. So Karan Aline is Karani on the spot. That ball is spotted at the 30. 1st and 10. Seahawks 5:32 remaining, and it's not looking good for the green and gold.
No, it isn't, Mike. A key turnover. We said in a close game like this, the turnovers are going to be the difference. And here in the second half, a couple turnover on downs, and then the big fumble there as St. Mark's was putting together its first drive here, a good drive here in the second half.
Deal hands off to Aline, and he's got a hole, almost breaks it. Matt Tynes, Ian Noonan.
Yeah, and St. Mark's, Aline does a good job protecting the ball because St. Mark's is in strip mode. They're trying to get that ball back.
I was Noonan, Tynes, and Matt McGurk on that tackle. Jason, St. Mark's other losses here at Caravel, also several turnovers, I believe 5 that night. So
yeah,
that's what happens.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over when you're playing the top 5 team, especially the second-ranked DMA Seahawks.
Caravel carved them up with those turnovers.
Yes. Ended up putting 40 points against St. Mark's, which not many teams can do. DMA's on the verge.
Yeah, with that running back, he's a special player.
Yes. We hope that have him after the game. Post-game interview with our player of the game.
And that is Gaddy stuffed.
And if you're saying,
And Jason, this is Coronaline on the table in front of him, so we hope he's okay.
yes,
Looks like he's just getting stretched out.
yeah,
He's been a busy man tonight. He's playing offense and defense. He scored 5 touchdowns. He's taken a lot of snaps from center. The only thing he has done is served the hot dogs and sodas, and I don't think he's kicked.
no, not yet. Still time left in this one. 4:49 left. Here in the
There's
third quarter.
4:49 to go. See if you can find out if it's just a stretching. If they're stretching him out. Timeout on the field. So we mentioned the lean on the sidelines. I think he's just getting stretched out. You know, when you score 5 touchdowns, the trainers will do that for you. Yeah, he's up and he's good. And he looks like he wants to go back in.
28-0 Notre Dame now.
I think
Overtime
Coach
lead.
Ryan's telling him to take a break.
Yeah. Good use of time out there by Wilson, but 2nd and 9 for DMA.
So we are ready to go. Fitzgerald back at quarterback. A long count, trying to draw the Spartans offside. Fitzgerald runs right. He's got Gaddy in front. And a nice tackle there by number 22, Matt Doherty, behind the line of scrimmage. So that's a tackle for loss. And another timeout called. St. Mark's uses another one. And do we want to send it down? So we got Pat Garrianis back on the field. And we're going to go
How you doing, fellas? Hey, look, it's getting down to the stretch here. You saw Coach Ryan go to his quarterbacks and tell them, pay attention to the official. He starts going like this. That's 5 seconds left on the play clock. It's smart football. You're making Coach Wilson, if St. Mark's uses timeouts, and you're running that play clock down all the way you can. That's just smart football right there by the DMA Seahawks. This is it. I mean, St. Mark's needs to get a stop if they want any chance of getting back into this football game. DMA is just going to continue to run the ball. Let's see how things shake out. Back up to you.
All right, Pat. Great job tonight.
And Pat is a former quarterback, and he is absolutely right. That's who you want to pay attention to. You want to pay attention to that back judge. You do not want to get a delayed game call here.
That'll stop the clock as well.
Yes.
And cost you a few yards. More importantly, the clock would stop. Handoff to Gaddy up the middle. He gets about 5. And he's not down yet. There's the whistle. Make it 4th and 5. Another timeout. Last timeout for St. Mark's.
And Mike, if you're the Seahawks, you like that. You made St. Mark's use all 3 timeouts. You're going to punt the ball from midfield. So, I mean, and St. Mark's needs to score twice.
Yeah, and I think Coach Wilson had to use those timeouts.
You have to.
He couldn't take a chance. They would run 40 seconds off here. We'd be down to about 3:40 left. And then they'd have to go score and then hold them again. So if you don't score the first time, you can't score the second time. So it's like pulling your goalie in hockey with 3 minutes left rather than waiting for 30 seconds left. Mentioned hockey. The Flyers won today, by the way. 2-1 over Edmonton. And Connor McDavid in town did not score, which is always a good defensive effort. Goals for Giroux and Wayne Simmons. I got knowledge about everything. We're killing some time here in our timeout. Crystal Palace. We got the Flyers. There's some baseball earlier, college football. You get everything on 302 Sports.
That's right.
St. Mark's going to get possession here if everything goes as planned. Noonan, I believe, is back with his return. Oh, the snap. It's a fake. Snap to, guess who? Coronaline. He's got a first down and more. He's across the 40. He's still on his feet at the 30. Down to the 32-yard line.
Love that play call, Mike. Love that play call. And like you said, great job by the punter going up like it was a high snap over his head.
And that will probably, they just run some time off here. St. Mark's may not have enough time for 2 possessions.
No, and I think that was the thinking of it. Even if we don't get it, they still got to score twice. it's worth the shot because now they have no timeouts left. I can run, like you said, 40 seconds off the clock after each run.
4:10. Trying to figure out why the clock's running on first down here, but no, they spotted the ball. That's right. It was not a turnover of possession. Silly moi. So that's Joe Deal, a quarterback.
The official starts his 5-second count.
Hands to Gaddy. He gets some nice yardage. Gaddy gang tackled, but not before he picks up about 8. Making it 2nd and 2.
And when he doesn't get the first down, so the clock continues to run, and he gets 8 yards to set up a nice. And this is like Pat said, this is winning time. DMA's doing the winning things, and that's why they're the number 2 ranked team in the state of Delaware.
We're going to call it second and 3. We'll give them 7 yards in that one. 3:23 to go. And at this point, St. Mark's need a miracle, really. They need a turnover and a quick score. 2nd down, 3. They're at the St. Mark's 24-yard line. Waiting for the official in the backfield. Deals is staring at the back judge. There we go. 5, 4, 3, and there's the snap. Hand off to Karan Aline, and he's going to pick up a first down over the 20 to the 19-yard line. The man has done everything.
Yeah, he has, Mike. I think this is an easy call for a player of the game in this one.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it with 2:51 on the clock. Karan Aline, your 302sports.com player of the game. We're going to try to get Karan after the game. Just an outstanding effort by DMA and by Karan Aline in particular. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Joe Deal waiting for the snap. A counter play to Aline up the middle. He's going to get 3 or 4. St. Mark's takes him down around the 14-yard line. 2nd and 5.
And Mike, like we said, it's a busy week coming up on 302 Sports. We got a couple Goldie Beacom volleyball games, possible some high school sporting events as well. Our 302 Sports weekly show. So stay tuned for the website to find out what we have coming next week.
Yeah, I will be at Goldie Beacom on Tuesday night. They also play Wednesday. I cannot make that one, so remains to be seen who's behind the mic on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, we have the show Wednesday night, so it's going to be, we'll see who we have available.
Might be open audition night. Who knows?
Yes. And Nick.
There's a flag. I think a delayed game. How's that happen?
Yeah, and Pat Garrianis just told us that that's what they wanted to watch out for. And
I mean, at this point, it won't hurt them too much, but 1:39 to go.
And Mike,
couple more plays.
It's a big win for DMA. We said it was going to be a tough game. They weathered that storm. They trailed it by 7 at the break. They come out and dominate the second half, holding St. Mark's off the scoreboard and scoring 3 touchdowns of their own. Take a 12-point lead here.
Yeah, very few downsides tonight for DMA. The turnovers, a couple bad penalties, but other than that, it's been an outstanding performance for them, especially, as you mentioned, in the second half. Deal hands off to Aline. He's got a lot of blockers. And St. Mark's is swatting at the ball, can't get it loose.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do, Mike.
And he's down near a first down, probably a little bit short.
They're not going to have to run much. It is a 3rd down play, I was going to say, but at minute 21, they don't have to run too many plays left here.
2 more plays, probably. Well, they can run a 3rd down play and just take a knee on 4th down and turn it over, but 1 minute to go here. There is the back judge, snap the deal, hand to Aline. Up the middle, he is stopped, I believe, short of a first down.
Which isn't bad because it'll run the clock down even more.
Yeah, he may have helped him on that one. 45 seconds. They may not have to run another play. So DMA is going to improve to 6-1. St. Mark's falls to 5-2. Next week, St. Mark's goes to
Woodbridge.
So it does not get any easier for the Spartans.
Then I believe they're back here at Baynard Stadium for St. E's the week after that, followed by a home contest against Sally's. They are going to run one more play. Aline fumbles the football.
And that's going to stop the
stop
clock.
them down.
12 seconds ago. Jason Baynard, DMA is back here next week. Senior night. Next Friday at 7. DMA takes on the newcomers in the Diamond State, First State Military Academy. And then they have Newark after that, a Division I game, and they wrap up at Conrad, two away games to end the year. So next week will be senior night for the Seahawks. They're going to win this one by a 33-21 score. St. Mark's will get one snap here, and just an impressive performance. We're going to try to get Karan Aline after the game. Sometimes it's a little difficult. We'd have to let the coaches talk to the players and maybe run a commercial or two and come on back and see if Pat can track down Karan Aline. It's an outstanding performance. All five of DMA's touchdowns. He did a little of this, a little of that, and a little that you may not have even seen before. As we mentioned, we have volleyball on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 302sports.com weekly on Wednesday. We have some other high school sports we may have, just like Jason mentioned, keep your eyes on the social media sites and the website. Jelani Bryant rolls left, incomplete. We're going to have at least one more play. 8 seconds to go here. 2nd and 10. So a shutout in the second half for the Seahawks. They really adjusted well and closed off that running game. I just can't say enough about the job. We talk about Aline, but defensively they've been outstanding. You know Karan Aline's going to get his yards. You don't know that St. Mark's is not going to get anything really in the second half.
But more importantly, you know he's going to get his yards, but what you want to try and do is keep him out of the end zone. And tonight he gets in the end zone 5 times.
And then Bryant just takes the knee. We're going to run this one out 4-3. So final from Baynard Stadium. Delaware Military Academy 33, St. Mark's 21 on the 302 Sports Spotlight game of the week. We're going to give Pat a minute or two, and I think we're going to get a message from our sponsors. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so we'll be back right after this on 302sports.com. for the DMA players to break free here. Pat down on the field. And so, Jason, we at the first half, St. Mark's had the lead. Andrew Watkins is running very effectively. Jelani Bryant running very effectively. And they were running for touchdowns. Ian Noonan went 80 yards for a touchdown. It came out after halftime, and it was a different DMA team.
Yeah, and I think we'll see if Pat asks him about halftime adjustments, because I think that's where the Seahawks did their damage. They made the halftime adjustments, Mike. They did a good job of making the adjustments. And then in the second half, it was all Seahawks. St. Mark's only put together that one drive before they fumbled the football away late in the fourth quarter, trailed by 12 points. And DMA was able to run out the clock, except for 12 seconds. They got it down to 12 seconds left. And a nice win for the Seahawks, Mike. 6-1. They have already a Division I win on the schedule, and they have a Division I Newark coming up. Like you said, they also lost to another Division I team in Hodson. So they're in a prime position that they get a top seed in a home playoff game here at Baynard Stadium.
Yeah, they are 6-1. They have the 1 point loss to Hodgson. And if Hodgson finishes with 7 wins, that's going to be another point for them.
Yeah.
If Newark is not the Newark we're used to seeing, that could be a 6-point win.
Right.
For the Seahawks. St. Mark's, their second loss of the season. They battled hard, just kind of ran out of steam there, it looked like, and just too much Coron-Aline. And also a great job there by Joe Deal and Amadeus Fitzgerald, the quarterback, Joe Gaddy at the fullback position. The blocking, these guys are huge up front. So an overall second half performance was outstanding by DMA, and they're 6-1 because they deserve to be 6-1. And we see Pat out there. We're just trying to fill some time here until Aline is available.
And Mike, we said the Spartans dropped to 5-2. They have Woodbridge and Sally's left on their schedule.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
that's a road trip to Woodbridge.
And then you host Division I Sally's at home.
So Pat is wading into the fray. We're getting a DMA picture. It looks like, and Pat is going to grab Coron-Aline. He's just looking for him. There's a lot of guys on this team, and he's right in the middle. I can see Pat looking for Coron. Number 1, where are you? And let's see what we have here. I lost Pat now. I see Nick Alessandrini out there. And we'll see. We're waiting for the signal from Pat. So some good football here this weekend since Louisiana wins last night. AI DuPont suffers their first loss to a very good who did they lose to? I lost track. To Howard. Very good Howard team.
It looks like Brad Myers got to Aline first.
Yeah, and he's got T.J. Thomas with him, and Sean's calling over T.J. Thomas. So I'm looking for – I see Aline. I'm looking for Pat. Here's Nick and Pat. I got him right here in the middle. He's got Coach Ryan. We're going to go down to Pat Arianis and Coach Ryan.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Here with Coach Ryan from DMA. They come off a 33-21 victory over St. Mark's. Coach, tale of two halves in this one. What was said in the locker room that turned this thing around?
Well, I thought that we had some mental mistakes in the first half, and we talked all week and even before the game about mental and physical toughness, that we needed both of them. And we got on at halftime. You know, typically we're not a big screaming coaching staff, but I think we got in them a little bit and definitely made an impact. Our coaches made some great adjustments, and the kids responded, and I couldn't be more proud of this group of young men.
Yeah, without a doubt. You started to see the tide turn there in the second half, and I think a lot of it had to do with up front. You guys started to wear them down and started to assert your dominance on them. Can you talk about the big guys up front and how important they were for you tonight?
Well, we have definitely established our identity as a power football team, and that's what we were kind of hoping that we could do. We just wanted to try to keep their offense in check, keep our offense on the field. And, the defense did a big job, and those big guys are going both ways up front. And, with a back like Coron running behind those guys, we feel we have a chance to beat a lot of football teams.
Yeah, you brought up Karan. Huge night for him. I think he had around 300 yards total and 5 touchdowns. Obviously, we know about him, but how special is it for him to come out and do what he did tonight against a solid team like St. Mark's?
I'm not surprised. Yeah. But again, it starts with the guys up front, and Karan knows that. But there are times when he looks bottled up, and next thing you know, he's got 5, 6, 7 yards. He's amazing on both sides of the ball. He made some good plays for us defensively as well. And, we're lucky to have a kid like him. And, he's a leader on the field too, emotional leader, vocal leader. And I'm real proud of him tonight as well. And but he'll be the first to tell you it starts with the big boys up front.
Mm-hmm. Both came into this game 5-1. Obviously, St. Mark's is in the playoff picture. How important is it to get a win against a team that you could see again potentially later on in the season as far as gauging yourself compared to the rest of Division II?
Well, the reason this win was so big for us, set aside from the playoff points and, our run to a playoff berth, we did not perform very well last week. And, I took a lot of that emphasis on me. And we had to clean things up in practice. So I was just real proud that, there was no negative vibes this week. Everybody just felt we had to clean things up. And the fact that we came out and not only beat a team and competed with a team like St. Mark's, I feel really good about our kids right now. And, I really am going to enjoy this win.
As you should. 6-1. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Right,
There it is, Coach Ryan moving on to 6-1. We're going to wait for Karan. He's
I
going through the media. That's what happens when you score 5 touchdowns and gather
Absolutely.
5 touchdowns over 300 yards of total offense. Hey, Coach, like I said, he's turning into the Will Knight of Division II out here. That's what he's doing, putting out performances like that. As what Coach just said, he watches Will Knight. It's competition.
Yeah,
it's all
absolutely.
competition out here. Everybody's competing for Player of the Year and whatnot. But we'll send it up to you guys until we get Karan over here. Should be coming around shortly.
Thank you, Pat. And
All right, Pat,
thank you, and thank you, Coach Ryan. Coach Ryan's been on our show twice.
Yeah,
He's such a
super
great guy. And he
the
loves,
athletic director at DMA. He's got 2 jobs over there, and they built this dome under his watch. And that athletic program, the 2 state volleyball championships, and good teams in soccer and baseball, and they've done so much good work over there at DMA, and obviously in football, they make the playoffs every year. It's just a great atmosphere and environment over at the Delaware Military Academy. And I think we are about to get Karan. We're going to be the last ones out here tonight, Jay.
Yeah, we're
Tell that Sean Green to wrap it up. So, here he goes. We're done. We're going to get Karan here now. Yeah, we got him. Oh, there goes the other Nick scooting up to the top. And Pat, I think, is good right there.
I think you got to get a little
All right,
closer.
Pat, we're going to send it down to Pat Garrianis.
All right, guys, hey, we're back with the 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week Player of the Game, Karan Aline. 5 touchdowns, over 300 yards. How special is it to do it against St. Mark's?
Oh, it's real special because we've been waiting for this game for the longest, all year. We came out last year, we got the win, but no one predicted us to win. So we just had faith in us. No one else had faith in us, so this was a big win for us.
First half, you guys seemed to have a little bit of trouble with them. It was 21-14 at halftime. They kind of gave you fits. What were they doing out there that was kind of causing you guys to, obviously second half was completely different. What kind of changed? What were they doing in the first half that you guys kind of adjusted and changed in the second half?
Wasn't doing nothing that we weren't expecting. It was just that they were playing more aggressive. It was simple as that. We weren't mentally tough. Our coaches always teach us mentally tough is stab, speed, toughness, attitude, ball hawk. And we weren't toughness at all in the first half. But then we came out second half and we were like, we got to get this. This win is important to us. We had to get it.
Coach Ryan said he got into you guys a little bit at halftime. What was that vibe like in the locker room? Obviously, you guys reacted well to it, but did you guys know that this is okay? Coach deserves to get into us a little bit here.
Yes. Just knowing that it was a 1 touchdown game. It was just like we knew we made mistakes. It wasn't the coaching. It wasn't them. They weren't better than us. We knew that we were just making stupid mistakes. The jumping off side. So we knew Coach Ryan's going to get into us, but we got to make it up for him. We had to do it for him.
5 touchdowns in this one tonight for you. Kind of resemblant to another guy in the state of Delaware who's doing big things down in Smyrna, Will Knight. Do you look at him and have a little competition going on? You see what he does in the paper and say, I'm going to top him?
I'm not going to his stats and be like, oh, I'm going to do it. But to me, it's just like I got to do what I got to do to help my team win. I ain't worried about nobody else because we're not in the same division. So if we were in the same division, I would have had a problem. Then think about it, all right, I got to out-top him because we're going to face him in the playoffs. But we're not. I'm worried about get D2 championship and my team. Let's go.
Great attitude to have. St. Mark's 5-1 coming in. See later on in the season in a playoff matchup. How important was it for you guys to dig in, win a game against a team that you might see later on, and give you guys a little bit of a barometer as far as the playoff picture goes in Division II?
This is very important because now if we would have lost this game, probably would have went down in our seed, and then we don't want to do that because the last couple of years we went down, and in playoffs it just wasn't. We could have been number one a 2 years, but this is very important to us because we needed this win. We needed this win for the playoffs. We needed this win for ourselves. We knew we could beat them, but it was just simple as come out, play your heart out, and that's what it was. That's what we did.
All right, well, hey, congratulations. You got 6-1. Best of luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you around, man.
Yes,
Best of luck. Talk to you. Send it back up to you guys. There's the player of the game.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
Great
Good
job by Pat G tonight. And waiting out there with Nick Alessandrini. Thanks, boys. You did a great job. Jason, a few more weeks of high school football and empty Baynard Stadium and a good game tonight. Cronoline is a special player. And I think that's going to about do it for us here on 302 Sports. Thanks for joining us. We'll see everybody. Keep your eyes on our schedule. We'll see you all later on.